Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is with my pleasure to give you all a walk around and tour of this absolutely stunning 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. The Denali Ultimate is going to be a aesthetics package that comes on top of the Denali trim level, and what that's going to give you is essentially some updates to the front of the vehicle, not so much on the inside with the exception of the Umber Twilight leather interior. With that being said, you do have a black accented front grille here in chrome, which looks very nice. You have your chrome recovery hooks at the bottom, as well as unique 22-inch accessory wheels. With that being said, this one does have the Super Cruise option for $2,200, 3-year OnStar for $905, and of course you do have the paint color in this one, which is going to be for $495. Brand new, this one had a MSRP of just over $87,000. But with that being said, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see, the actual key is going to be inside of this cover here, which is very nice. But as you can see, this cover is going to show us all your typical buttons on the GMC trucks, which looks very nice. You have your lock, unlock, remote start, your bed release, and your panic button. To remote start the vehicle, make sure the vehicle is locked, and double click the remote start button twice, and the engine will start right up. And when you're finished, just double click the remote start button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, like I mentioned, this one being the Ultimate package, you are going to be getting a darkened chrome grille here, as you can see, and it's nicely accented. Your GMC emblem is also going to be in black as well. You have a front-facing camera right here, which is going to keep you from getting into a frontal collision. When we pan out a little bit, you are going to be getting kind of a aggressive but also premium look for the Denali Ultimate. You have your front parking sensors, your chrome recovery hooks, as I just mentioned, and overall it does have a nice look. You do have your standard LED daytime running lights with xenon projector headlamps, and you do have fog lamps down below. Checking out your wheels and tires, we're taking a look at a set of Michelin Defender LTX MS's on 22-inch wheels. These measure 275, 50R22s all the way around. Come over to the door. This vehicle does have a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket and come to the door handle, just tap this button here. One beep will indicate unlocking, and you will be able to jump on into the vehicle. And when you're finished, close it up, tap this button. One beep will indicate locking. The power running boards will retract back into place, and if you have the setting up, the mirrors will fold back in as well. The exterior color of this one is finished off in titanium rush metallic with the Alpine Umber leather interior, specific to the Denali Ultimate trim. Come over to the door panel, so you can see you're going to have some soft touch material on top, as well as down here at the bottom. You have some full wood material here on the trim panel, which is very nice, as well as its aluminum finish down below that. You have your aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock switches, 2-person memory seating, your Ultimate badge right here. You do have your power mirror controls. This is going to fold those mirrors in for you, as well as your power windows. You have a good sized storage pocket down here, as well as an area for 2 cup holders, and your Bose premium speaker is going to be right here in the door jamb. Along that smart key access system, the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate does come standard with push-button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped vacuum and power steering wheel with controls here on the left as well as on the right sides. You have your Super Cruise sensor on top of here. You have your attention meter right here. You also have some paddle shifters on both the left as well as on the right also. To the left, you're going to have your cruise control settings, forward collision warning, as well as your lane departure warning buttons. To the right of the steering wheel, you're going to have your hands-free voice, telephone, and controls with the instrument cluster. Coming up here, we're taking a look at a 12.3-inch fully digital instrument display, which is going to show you all your information, which starts off with your two main gauges. To the left, you have your speedometer. To the right, you have your tachometer. Right in the middle is your driver information center, which includes your current speed, your range to empty, as well as your fuel gauge at the very bottom. To the left of that fuel gauge is going to be your coolant temperature, and to the right, you're going to have your battery voltage, as well as your oil temperature. With that being said, we can cycle through a couple of different things here on the screen, being the steering wheel, and that's going to give you things such as your audio system, which is going to show what's playing on the radio, your compass, your connectivity for your phone, as well as your settings, which includes things such as display layout, left side information, right side information, lower gauges, info page options, units, speed warning, speed sign delay, head-up display, software info, as well as a factory default reset, as you can see down there at the bottom. And then back to our current speed. You can also go down and check out our information such as our drive summary, trip 1 and trip 2 information, a timer, your tire pressure monitoring system, your average fuel economy, driver assistance, oil life, brake pad life, air filter life, engine hours, your transmission fluid, as well as a blank page, and your info page options. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a 13.4-inch multicolor diagonal display, and this is really nice to see because all GM trucks and SUVs now come with this system, and it is very cool. It is also a Google-based system, so that's going to come in handy as well. With that being said, this is going to be your home page, and this is where you'll find things such as your audio, maps, phone, cameras, Google Assistant, Play Store, Android Auto, as well as Apple CarPlay. You also have trailing, climate, settings, Wi-Fi hotspot, My GMC, Google News, iHeartRadio, Amazon Alexa, YouTube Music, Waze, and Spotify. Some of the apps that you see here, such as iHeartRadio and Amazon Alexa, YouTube Music, and everything else, is going to come directly from your phone, and some of them are also going to be your Google-based apps, such as that YouTube Music app that I just showed you. Over to the left is going to be your submenus here, which includes your Google Assistant, your phone, navigation, your cameras, audio system, and then your home page is going to be at the very bottom. Since we're here at the home page, we're going to start things off by going to our audio system and kind of checking things out there. We're going to make sure the radio is turned down for copyright purposes. When we click on that, it's going to show us what's going to be playing on there, or it's going to lead us to what's going to play on there, as you can see. It's going to show the name of the station, whatever the song that's playing on the radio. You have your seat track right here. You can manually change the stations right here. You have your preset stations down here, and you have your sources up here, which you can select from FM, AM, or Sirius XM radio. With that being said, coming back to our home button right here, let's go to our maps. Google Maps, of course, is going to be the main source in the vehicle. As you can see, it's very nice and no different than what we see on an Android device. And as you can tell, it does look really nice. You can search for destinations up here. You have your different presets that are already enabled into the vehicle, which includes your gas stations, restaurants, grocery stores, as well as cafes. You also have your submenu over here for it, which includes your Google Assistant, settings, your volume here for your voice activation in the navigation system, compass. You do have your zoom in function right here as well. Coming over to our phone, that's going to allow you to pair a phone to the vehicle, or it's going to allow you to pair a phone, or not pair a phone, it's going to allow you to connect to a phone that's already in the vehicle for you. You also do have, when we go back to here, our cameras. That's going to allow us to check out our camera system in the vehicle. You do have a standard camera here, which is very nice, and it does turn as you move the wheel, as you would expect it to. You also have a 360 camera here as standard. You have a couple of other camera views down here, which includes a top-down view, a side-to-side view, what's going to be going on, where is your towing, and then when we come over here, you do have one to see what's going on in the bed itself, which is very cool. Coming down here, you're going to have your Google stuff here, which is going to allow you to use it based on basically like how you use your phone, which is very nice. Come over here, we can go to our climate controls. That's going to allow us to adjust things such as our temperature, as you can see here, recycling, auto sync, air conditioning, as well as fan positioning there, which is very cool to see. You do also have trailering, which is going to give you like things like a guest trailer that you can connect to. You have your lights, cameras, your checklist here. It's going to show your trip mileage as well as your average fuel economy when trailering a trailer. It's also going to allow you to show your weight as well as far as how much you're towing. My GMC is going to be your mobile device app that you have to get on your phone. And then the last thing we'll go through is our settings. Our settings here is going to be a comprehensive list of different things that you can go through within the vehicle to change and make it your own. You have connections, vehicle apps and permissions, date and time, your display, sounds, users, accounts, privacy, storage, security, system, updates, and then Google at the very bottom. We're not going to go through all of them because that would probably take me like 15-20 minutes to do, but we'll go through some of them to begin with. We're going to start off with your connections here, and that's going to be for things such as your Wi-Fi networks as well as Wi-Fi hotspot. You can manage your phones here, vehicle to phone sharing, as well as add a trusted device to the vehicle. You have your vehicle settings here, which includes things such as your teen driver alert, rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, your super cruise lane change, climate and air quality, collision and detection systems, comfort and convenience, lighting, power door locks, remote lock, unlock and start, as well as your power assist steps, seating position, as well as trailering. Coming down to your display, that's going to allow you to change the different modes, or you can turn the display completely off. Coming down to our sounds, this is where we'll be able to have our audible touch feedback enabled, as well as to have the maximum volume at startup, or you can disable that if you want to. And that's pretty much it as far as stuff as I'm able to go through in this one. But you kind of get the general gist of how this works, and overall, it does a pretty amazing job. So with that being said, that is going to pretty much do it here for the infotainment system tour in the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. Now, before we move any further, we do have a shortcut button here, which is going to take us to a couple different areas, which includes your audio system. You also have your seeking track here. You have your trailer connection here, an analog clock, and then you have your navigation system. This vehicle also does come standard with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And as I mentioned before and showed you guys, you do have that backup camera, which does adjust as you turn the wheel and everything. And again, you have that 360 camera right there. Coming down below that, we're going to be taking a look at our climate control center. This is where you'll be able to make adjustments. Your dual zone setup, obviously. You're going to have 3-stage ventilated as well as heated seats for the front and front passenger. Heated steering wheels right here. Controls for the fan and everything's going to be right here in the middle, which includes your fan positioning, fan speed, your rear air conditioning controls here, recycling to turn the AC on or off, as well as max air conditioning and auto AC as well. Come below that, you have some physical buttons for things such as your parking sensors, auto stop start, open up the tailgate, hazard lights, traction control off switch, hill descent control, and this button is going to open down all 4 windows for you at once. You have a little storage area right here that you can put stuff in, or you can use it where you place your phone to charge via either a USB-C or a USB port. You have 2 cup holders here to the right. You have your 10-speed automatic transmission right here. You have your trailer brake controller here, which is very nice. You do have this very nicely accented glove compartment, and when you open it, you have this top storage cubby here, which can hold a good amount of items, as you can see. And you have a bigger storage area down here, which includes a USB port, and then you have 2 more USB ports right there, one being a USB-C and the other being a USB, followed by a outlet right over there to the far right. And then right here is your wireless phone charger pad. This one being the ultimate trim level, you are going to be getting basically some aesthetic upgrades on the inside, specifically with the seats. As you can see here, it does look really nice and very comfortable. You have perforations coming down here, which does give it a nice touch, as well as some piping on both sides of the seat as well. You also have the ultimate badge right here, and overall it does give you a very not only comfortable presence, but a really nice one as well when it comes on to the presentation of the seat itself. Come over here, you do have your glove box, good amount of storage space. You have a top tier glove box as well, also good amount of storage space. You also have this forward trim here, as you would expect. However, you do have some hard touch material on top, as well as that stitching, which is very nice to see. You have your mirror here, which also doubles as a camera. You have controls up here for things such as your overhead lights, garage home link. These 3 controls here deal with your sunroof. Your OnStar controls here, as you can see there, that's going to be a subscription for 3 years. You even can use this and this here for roadside assistance or any questions that you might have pertaining to the vehicle. You do have a visor here with a mirror as well as lighting. And as we make our way over here to the far left, you have your electronic parking brake, your different drive modes, 4-wheel drive selector here, gauge dimmer switches, headlight controls, and I believe this is going to be for your bed light in the back of the vehicle. This one here is going to have your drive mode selector, which brings us up to this screen, and includes things such as your sport mode, off-roading, and normal mode. And so with that being said, the Denali Ultimate is a pretty fun trim because, again, it's just a aesthetic upgrade that you get with the Denali package, and overall it does a pretty nice job. So with that said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of the 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. Coming inside to the back of the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate, materials do follow through in this one, which is very nice. You're going to have two seat pockets, one on this side and one on that side. You're going to have your two cup holders here. You're going to have rear ventilation down here for your rear heated seats, as well as your rear vents. One USB-C port followed by one USB port. Coming over here, you do have a powered armrest with two cup holders. And you also have a GM staple, which when you open this up here, it also activates as a cooler as well to store cold items in too, which is very nice to see. And you do have rear underseat storage here, which is, I believe, a $250 option from the factory. You do have your capless fuel filler, making it easier to fill up at the gas station, as well as an illustration on how to do it. Coming to the back of the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate, as you can see, it's going to be very nice. You have LED taillights back here. You have your GMC badge as well as Denali badge in their respective places, followed by the Sierra badge right down here. You have your parking sensors, tow hitch right here, and of course your dual exhaust tips. This one here also does have the multi-pro tailgate, so I'm going to demonstrate that to you guys real quick. Soft opening tailgate, as you can see in here. Coming inside, you do have a spray and bed liner, which is very nice. You have your all-weather floor liners in here. And that's pretty much about it as far as that is concerned. You also have this tonneau cover to help protect anything from being stolen or taken away from you. And also, it does act as a nice little cover, especially on a hot day like it is today. You can also, if you have any lumbar or anything that you don't want to stretch, you don't want it to spread out all over the place, set this up here and you'll be able to do that with ease. And then, of course, you have the multi-function portion here, which is this upper portion that you can open up. You can go in and put stuff in and take stuff out really easily without having to open up the entire tailgate. Under the hood of the GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate, we're taking a look at the brand's 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine. It produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and this vehicle is four-wheel drive. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the beautiful 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate, finished off here in titanium gray metallic with the Alpine Umber leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next